In Africa, there is one dangerous game animal that inspires more fear, awe, and respect than any other on the continent: the elephant.
If you make a mistake out here elephant hunting, you're in trouble.
Once you pull the trigger, that's it.
There's three things that you need to happen. Bullet placement has to be absolutely perfect. You need the right caliber and the right bullet. And if those three things come together, you're gonna make that shot.
There's something about them that just makes you respect and command. They deserve respect that no other game animal will make you give.
Ancient, magical Africa, a vast, untamed haven for the world's deadliest animals.
Steve and I were making a decision last year about our next hunting trip.
We have a bucket list of certain animals around the world that we want to complete our collections with.
And both of us decided probably the best thing for the next trip was to go hunt elephant in Botswana.
Steve LeBlanc and Brad Severs have traveled together to Botswana, where they will be hunting with Jeff Rann of Rann Safaris in the Okavango Delta.
Elephant hunting is just, it's a bug that you can get. It's an addiction.
Nobody ever comes to Africa once, you know. They come out and it's such a great experience.
That once you've done it once, you want to do it again. And there's nothing else like it. There's no other game animal like elephant hunting.
To hunt dangerous game in areas like this where you're seeing so much and getting up on so many big bulls is just incredible.
Botswana is prime for elephant hunting. Not only do they have the world's largest concentration of African elephants, but the size of elephant is unlike any other place in the world.
But there's nothing like a Botswana bull. These are the biggest elephant in the world. There's nothing like it. You can't get this experience anywhere else.
Their ivory is so massive, it's the weight. Tanzania, you shoot a bull that's in the 72 to 75 inch length. It may be only 50, 55 pounds. Here you shoot something 72, 73, 74 inches long. The thing is going to be 80, 90 pounds.
The bulls are just getting better, and these new areas that are opening up, there's some real opportunity to shoot some monster bulls.
Brad and Steve head to Fly Camp, a remote tent camp set up in the heart of the Okavango Delta to prepare for their first day's hunt.
One of the nice parts about going into a fly camp like that is you are right dead center in the middle of the best elephant area you can hope to be in.
Brad and I really want to experience Africa the way the old guys did.
We were so close to the herd of elephants. There's just pieces and chips of ivory.
Man, they're so excited, and so are we. I mean, this is brand new virgin stuff. First time we put a camp in here, so we're going to be able to hunt from daylight to dark every day, and we don't have that 2-hour drive back to the main camp, so should be great. Get to see a whole bunch of new area that we haven't even seen before.
You know, Steve and I have been talking about this hunt forever. We finally booked it. And we decided the best thing to do is make sure that we're both there on each other's hunt.
So the plan was Jeff and I had discussed it, and Jeff was going to go out with Steve and hunt Steve's bull, and I was going to take Brad out, and we were going to look for a nice bull to hunt as well.
You know, we're going out as two separate teams, and whoever spots the bulls gets a hold of the other team to come over and go in as a group.
And it was not probably 10 minutes, and all of a sudden we got a call that there were 3 bulls and that we needed to come over there because one of them really looked good.
62, 62, 68.
Yeah, reading you.
Yeah, Jeff, we're up on the Naipan boundary side here. We've got a big group of bulls under some acacia trees. What I'm thinking is we're definitely going to take the one bull. There's another nice looking bull in the group. I'm thinking you guys might want to come up here and maybe we can get a shot at that second bull.
All right, that sounds good. We're not very far. We'll see you there now.
Yeah, Rich and Brad have seen a couple of bulls now, and one looks pretty good, so we're going to go in and have a look. We don't know yet if we're going to shoot or not, but you know, the main thing is, you know, take your time, make sure he's perfectly, if it's a frontal, he's got to be perfectly front on. If we go for a side brain, in this thick stuff, more than likely he's going to hear us and he'll turn and face us. But if he doesn't go down, go for a heart lung if there's time. If there's not, let him swing all the way around and try and break a hip. Okay. They can't go on 3 legs, and as long as you can see them, just keep shooting. He's right there.
We worked our way in there, and oh my gosh, there was this bull. I couldn't believe this is the kind of bull that Brad and I had been talking about for 8 months. I said, if we ever saw one like that, shoot her, dead, it's over.
What do you want me to do? You want me to shoot straight off or shoot sticks? Just walk up. I think we need to, at this like he is now, he's gonna see us coming. We need to actually get him to maybe turn away a little bit and then just make an approach right to him. Okay. And he'll turn eventually. He'll hear something, he'll turn and face you.
We're not looking for something small, we're looking for one of these giants. These bulls had that character in them.
He carries a weight, so he's gonna be, mid to high 60s. Maybe lucky, he might go over 65. 67, 65. No, 62, 65. Something. I don't think he'll go more than 65.
It's a great bull, but the bull's, 62 to 65 pounds. He wasn't exactly what we're looking for. We were trying to shoot something in the 70s and possibly 80.
Pass on him. 62, 65. You're gonna pass. Are you kidding me?
And I've got a rule that I try and live by with elephant hunting, and that's never pass up an elephant on the first day that you're prepared to shoot on the last day.
Dangerous Game is brought to you by Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts. Blackhawk, Honor as a way of life. Weaver, tough shots, rough places. Champion, shoot better, have fun. Global Rescue, worldwide field rescue and evacuation services. Artworks Taxidermy, for the discriminating hunter. Capture the memory of your hunt for a lifetime.
Attacks from animals of the Big Five game are not uncommon in Africa. The Cape buffalo with its large horns and mean temper. The lion, who is unpredictable and will always face its challenger head-on. The leopard, which lurks in the night. However, among the Big Five, there's one that stands above them all. The elephant.
If you make a mistake out here elephant hunting, you're in trouble.
There's something about them that just makes you respect them, command, they deserve respect that no other game animal will make you give.
If they come for you, let me tell you, you got all kinds of problems.
I was unfortunate enough to be around when a domesticated elephant got hold of a mahout and actually stomped him into the ground and basically tried to pull him to pieces. What was unbelievable was the speed and power of which she grabbed him with, and just her sheer determination to basically crush him into nothing. I mean, she put all of her weight on her knees on top of him. She picked him up with her trunk and threw him around like he was a rag doll. There were 4 of us there trying to get her off him. We were hitting her over the head with our hooks, elephant hooks, and she didn't even flinch or look at us. She was completely determined and just flattening him and getting him out of the way.
I talked it over with Rich and, confirmed it with Jeff. I decided to turn the bull down.
Brad turned to me and said, I'm going to pass. I went, what? My first reaction was, are you kidding? You're going to pass that bull up?
But it's hard to walk away from a 60-pounder, and that's what I tell these guys.
You want to shoot him? Stop, shoot him on the last steady. Wait, don't shoot him on the 5th.
And then Steve sort of looked at me and said, well, what do you think? You think I should pass? And I said, yeah, I think
if they're going to pass, it's not a bad decision. It's a good bull, though. It's a very good bull.
I was quite happy with the decision. We walked away back to the car. Boy, for the next 2 days, all I heard out of Steve was, man, I don't know if I made the right decision or not.
Are you insane?
It's highly likely.
God. This began the series of what I refer to as the Jeff Rand death marches.
Steve had a term for these little walks we did, he called them death marches, but, really it wasn't much.
Here we go again. Death March 1.
I had been on elephant hunts before, and I knew what finding a track in the trail meant, and I was hoping it wasn't going to be so, but deep in my heart, I knew what elephant hunting is all about. You find a big track, and you pick up that track, you send the trackers off, and there you go.
Saw one bull walking slowly. We're gonna have to look and see what he looks like if it's not the big one, the one we're looking for. then we'll leave him and try and pick up another track and follow that track. They've kind of split up. There's 10 bulls in here. So we're just trying to get on the right one and figure out which one it is. You can't see him, so it's pretty thick, and you see everything's gray, so they got great camouflage for this type of habitat.
A couple of times we got onto tracks, big track, followed a bull out. It was maybe an hour walk out, hour back. He was a nice bull, probably 55, big old bull, but not what we're looking for, especially since we'd already passed up one over 60.
Couple of, they'll be nice bulls someday.
Jeff looked at me and said, well, he's the second biggest bull we've seen on this trip. And I said, well, how can I shoot the second biggest bull? And I just passed up the biggest bull.
So back to the truck again, driving around and just looking for bulls until dark. I've been going through my mind this season, and I've taken 15 bulls with clients, of which 12 of those were frontal brain shots. 3 of them were side brain shots. Of those 15, 7 were one-shot kills. So that tells you your percentages are about 50% when you're attempting to shoot a brain, either a side or a frontal. Side brain's always easier, and that's really because you're shooting through less bone, skin, muscle to get to the brain. But also you've got a target, something to aim at with that ear slot. Now frontal changes, the angle, as the bull picks his head up or he turns a little bit side to side, your point of impact changes. And really there's 3 things that you need to happen. Is bullet placement has to be absolutely perfect, you need the right caliber and the right bullet. And if those 3 things come together, you're gonna make that shot.
Another day or 2 went by, and it's Steve's turn.
We got up into our routine, a nice bucket shower, a beautiful breakfast.
Food was outstanding. It's as good as you get anywhere in a 5-star restaurant, out here in the middle of nowhere.
And I could tell it was going to be a good day because we started seeing a lot of elephant.
An elephant's senses, its hearing, its smell is just outrageous. Is what they can hear and smell is on a different level to anything that a human can possibly think. And if you put their sight, if you could give them the sight that a white-tailed deer has, we'd be walking around here a lot more carefully than we do right now.
We're probably not more than 2 hours into the hunt.
We were driving down the road, going through the low brush. OT taps on the window, and he and Shadow spotted 3 bulls off in the distance.
Steve, that's a big bull. Very big bull. See him on the right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's two smaller ones. That's a very big bull. Come on, let's go. Grab the guns. Let's get out of here. 6'8", 6'8", 6'2".
Then I got a call from Jeff saying that they had a couple of bulls that they were going to go and have a look at.
Hey Rich, we've seen a big bull here. 2 other smaller bulls. So just ease up here and you can join us. Just come up slowly.
Making too much damn noise.
Jeff turned around and, gave us a pretty good stern hand to quiet it down, slow it down. Don't step on anything. Don't make any noises. I mean, the serious level just went up to 1,000.
Looks like a good bull. I'm just gonna try and get a look at the side. You guys hang on here.
Jeff went off to the side to really view this elephant and start studying the weight. And I could tell the more and more I looked at him, this is going to be the bull.
When he's looking at you and it still looks big, you know it's a big bull. And I just looked at Steve and gave him the thumbs up. And, Rich was smiling. Everybody knew that it was a big bull. We had to wait for him because I didn't want to step out while he was looking at us. He eventually turned sideways, started feeding. We were able to move into position. We stepped out. As we stepped out, that bull saw us, picked his head up. And I told Steve to go ahead and take him right between the eyes.
Between the eyes.
Dangerous Game is brought to you by Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts. Blackhawk, honor as a way of life. Weaver, tough shots, rough places. Champion, shoot better, have fun. Global Rescue, worldwide field rescue and evacuation services. Artworks Taxidermy, for the discriminating hunter. Capture the memory of your hunt for a lifetime.
That's a very big bull. Come on, let's go. Grab the guns. Let's get out of here.
Steve's found a giant bull he's out to take. Now, he's closed the distance to within 100 yards, and it's time to make the decision.
Brad and myself and Rich were huddled up underneath a kind of a brush to kind of block our view. Jeff went off to the side to really view this elephant and start studying the weight.
When we got about 100 yards from that bull, the adrenaline had kicked in. That bull had turned to face us, and you could see his mass. And you could see Jeff was very adamant that we were going to take this bull. Jeff turned around to Steve and said to Steve,
We gotta shoot this bull. Okay.
you could see Steve's adrenaline peak up. You could probably hear his heartbeat about a mile away.
Try and get him behind this tree and then probably move to the left. This distance he can see us, so don't move too much. He's in a better position now.
He stepped out and, tried that frontal brain shot. And that's when all hell broke loose.
Take him. Right between the eyes. A little bit low between, okay, between the eyes.
Too low. Shoot again. Okay, come up. Whoa, stop. Come up on him.
I hit that bull, I see his leg raised up, and the son of a gun turned on a dime.
The best made plans can go south on you in a heartbeat.
As I was running with Jeff, Jeff said, load your gun. I'm loading on the run. He said, now what we're gonna do, if we get close, the elephant was slow enough. He says, that bull's gonna turn, he's gonna be mad, make that shot.
Jeff slows things down. He's trying to get everybody organized. The bull's starting to slide off. We kind of button hook around and come on the other side. And what Jeff's trying to do is get this side brain shot on the bull, and so Steve can finish him.
Okay, side brain. God dang it.
Well, he would start to turn his head, but he wouldn't do it.
And the bull just kept soaking up the lead. You couldn't believe it. He could just take shot after shot.
And after a little ways, the bull slowed down and managed to get around to the side where the bull picked his head up and was at a bit of an angle. And
ran as hard as I could, fast as I could, got up there. The elephant stopped, turned. I put it on and I said, this time I'm not making another mistake.
Get ready.
Steve took a perfect side brain shot, which absolutely smacked that bull off his feet.
Okay, just watch him. Big elephant. Well done.
Thank you. Thank
Great
you.
elephant.
When he's down and you get up on him and he's grown, that's a good feeling.
Very big bull.
Holy cow.
Let's just give him one more.
Okay.
Come around here.
Got up there, I went around, put the insurance shot into him, and there before me, no ground shrink, laid the bull of my dreams. Thank you! Yes!
There you go.
What we came over here to do at that moment, we had completed it.
Oh boy! Oh, thanks, buddy! Woo! This truly was the pinnacle of my hunting career. What a bull! What a bull! All right.
God, that elephant went up. He's completely airborne and down. And I'm going, wow, it's happened.
Everybody was overjoyed. It was a tremendous bull. We finally had him down on the ground. You got up on it, put your hands on those tusks. Everybody knew it was a big bull.
And I can speak 10,000 words a day, and I'm absolutely in awe and speechless right now.
The villagers get all the meat, so we'll get in here with the tractor trailer, load him up. Nothing here is going to go to waste. I know you guys are taking all the skin, ivory obviously, and then all the meat goes to the villagers. So nothing gets wasted. It's been 44 years of dreaming of really doing this on a big bull.
and I feel very humbled that I was actually blessed enough to do this.
Anybody that really wants a big bull needs to think about booking and coming to Botswana. It's not going to be here forever, and that's, I think, on the cards.
We're game managers. We're managing the population, and if we don't hunt them, they're just going to eat themselves out of a home.
This is the pinnacle of my hunting career, and most of you know I've hunted around the world, and I have some tremendous trophies.
Nobody ever comes to Africa once, you know. They come out and it's such a great experience.
And so here's Steve, you know, with the best trophy of his life.
With the exception of my birth of my children, this is, without a doubt, probably the greatest day of my life right now.